Hello, hello, and really good morning to you. And I'm still in Saigon, and I've just been out for my morning coffee. And just to orientate you slightly, so I'm in District 1, and already I'll fling the camera around, lots of people playing some kind of shuttlecock, shuttle ball. Seems to be quite popular here, but I think the key message is everyone is out and about being active, okay, which is good to see. So I've already done my stretching this morning, and today I want to speak about the most important person in your life, you. Now, I think we've covered some of this before, and hopefully now by following some videos you will realize that there really is no one else, there's nobody out there, there is no blame, and there's nobody really that's got your interest at heart. I know that's brutally a broad statement to make, but actually you can spend years trying to decipher it and you'll come down to the same analogy, the same answer, that actually nobody really cares. Okay, before we get into this, share the love. Why not subscribe to the channel, ding-a-ling that bell, and follow me for some more great content. So I've got a do or die attitude. You either do it or you don't, you do it or you die, right? It's entirely up to you. The buck stops at you and there is no blame. Okay. Some of this might be repetitive, but I want to really get the point out there. So today we're talking about what your message is. I'm kind of like almost repeating my message to you. In fact, the reason why I started this YouTube channel was to try and, work out, whether there's people in the same sort of interest of, I don't know yet. I don't really know 100%. Still work in progress. But ultimately, every single person, every one of you that's listening to this message has an opinion. All right, you have a thought. You're very, very eager and keen to jump on the social media scene for those that are on that, and add your comments on there. And have you ever thought about kind of taking what your view is and crafting that into your message, your story, and your reality? Because ultimately, every single one of us should seek out to help one person. Now, if one person moves away from this video and starts to create their own message in a video, then my job is done in that respect. Okay, so I have a lot to say. You have a lot to say. We have a lot to say. The government has a lot to say, but has the power to force their opinions and their policies, etc., on you, in order for you to be that conformist, nice little citizen. Okay. Now, of course, my stance on this is be law-abiding, but you don't need to be a conformist. Okay. You don't need to be a sheep. You don't need to follow. You have to create your own path, like many people before you have done so. Now, there's many ways of doing things. I mean, you could start right now, today, and start opening up an app on your phone, making some notes. Okay, you could jump into Chat GPT or a similar AI program, and you could just ask questions, commonly known as prompts. All right, just ask some questions. Okay, I'm even be really, really detailed in the point that you can be honest with AI, and you can say to it, look, I really want to share something out there. I've got an interest in the following 3 subjects. Can you help me and be my assistant along my journey? And it'll take on the task. It's as simple as that, and then it'll give you some outline stuff. And what the great thing about it is, it starts to trigger off little nodes in the head and starts to get your creative juices flowing, and you then start to think about, oh, maybe I could do this, maybe I could do that. Now, I've always said there's a lot of noise on the internet, and the internet is there for one reason only, and that's for information. Okay, and you either join in or you don't, and just sit there and remain the armchair critic. Because if and when we ever bump into each other, the first question I'm going to say to you is, what is your message? What is your story? And now's your opportunity to kind of think about that. What is your story? What is your message? Yeah, because we're all of similar vein, in as it's we've all got this and been on this journey and got to this point where we are right now. But what is it that you're doing from this point moving forward? Now, you could just do a brain dump. I mean, when you write a CV and a resume, right, you should write the ultimate, look at me, I'm the greatest thing on earth resume, comprising of as many pages as you want. Okay, there's no rules on this. Just detail down exactly who you are, how great you are, because you do that anyway. You try and condense it into 1 or 2 pages. Okay, so you do that, you get to 12 pages and you've got nothing more than a report. And then what you do is you extract information from that, and then you formulate the CV to fit the job application that you're going for. So you can do something similar to that today in probably 1 hour. All right, you could write your message, and ultimately the hardest thing to do is to get that first word on the paper, and then it will start to flow. Believe me, it will start to flow. You create a report. We'll talk about product content making, or you might even set out to write a book. They say everyone's got a book in them. The problem is that book stays inside them and never ever comes out. So my message, in summary, today is about your message to create something. Maybe you create a YouTube channel, and it's not going to be instant gratification. I mean, I think I'm on about this is probably my 9th video, and it's a slow burning fuse. There's a couple of subscribers, um, and some views and some watch, and all I'm doing is using YouTube to document my journey over the next couple of weeks, months, when I return back to the Philippines. Okay, just document my day-to-day life. Now, people might think it's quite boring because, oh, I don't have the time. Oh, it's okay. It doesn't cost you anything. It's free, and the end state to it is you could be earning a substantial income replacement amount of money just by doing what? Picking up a phone, putting a microphone on, and talking. And part of me creating this YouTube channel is to bring you along with me, and just to get to certain points of the, when we eventually become monetized. Now that might take a year, 2 years, 3 years, 4. It doesn't really matter, because concurrently I'm busy doing other things. Creating my own products, writing reports. I've written a book that's about to be launched very soon. And it's just about getting the message out there. Do you ever arrive? Well, no, you don't, because then, every time you're moving around, you're going to different countries, things are starting to trigger off different thought processes. If you're not doing this, getting your message out, then you go in the category of probably just being brain dead and selfish, right? And that's what it comes down to, because you are the solution to the next person's problems, right? But if your information that you're passing on to that person is just regurgitated crap that you got from Dave down the pub that has no relevance and no substance, okay, then it's basically no good, really. Okay, as there was a saying, never complain, never explain. I don't know who said that statement, but in essence, you sit there and you're moaning. Well, do something about it. You can't and shouldn't be just moaning about stuff, the government, how crap the world is, and your life, and all the rest of it, if you're not willing to offer up a solution. And this is basically what we're doing here. Okay, there's a load of problems going on in the world. There's a lot of noise going about in the world. So we're just offering up and having some fun. That's all I'm doing. We're doing on the channel. We're going to have some fun. We're going to go around and explore some other little bits and pieces. And I'll take you out today and we'll go and do something. I haven't got a clue what we're going to do yet. But after I come off this video in a minute, we're going to go and do something today. And I'll take you along with me. Okay? Speak to you real soon. Okay, welcome back. Welcome back. I've decided to go to a pretty famous market here in Saigon, in Ho Chi Minh, outside of District 1. I think it's District 2. I'm walking there now. Okay, it's called Dambine Market and is renowned for a place where you can get all your, well, one half of it is all your meat and vegetables, and the other part is all your knockoff type fake products. Now, here's the thing. How do you define fake? How do you define knockoff? When they potentially come out of the same factory, there's one side goes off to be licensed, and then the other side is then distributed outside the back door. And it kind of brings massive exposure to all of these brands that manufacture their stuff in fantastic countries. I know for sure that we in the UK don't have a very great reputation of anything in the industry anymore with manufacturing clothing. So, and why would you? You know, you come here, you get the quality, you get the cheaper workforce. Although there's a stigma about many places, probably more so China and India, about underage workers and all that lot. I think here, I wouldn't know, but I would certainly like to go down the road of manufacturing my own brand. And we'll talk about that later in another video. But in essence, we're going to go through the market. We're not going to spend long in there because people are working, and I think they're a little bit kind of anti people videoing. What I'll do is I'll just run the video, I'll walk through it, then you'll see it after this, and we'll speed it up, and we'll take it from there. Okay. Okay, we'll attempt to cross the road. So a couple of challenges here are, first and foremost, the sidewalk or the pavement is actually more used and abused as a motorcycle park, okay? And then so you have to kind of navigate yourself around that. And then the zebra crossings, as we call them in the UK, or the, whatever you call them, crossways or whatever, which is supposedly supposed to be a safe space to cross the road. It doesn't work like that here in Vietnam, okay? So I think what the drivers identify, there may be somebody crossing, but when you set off, you've got to have almost 360 degrees because they won't stop. And you'll find yourself just having to go for it and then weave yourself in and around the ongoing traffic, okay? So you need to have your wits around you. So this is the market. It's kind of like a central queue. Right, this area here, the first piece is where the food, fresh veg, fish, etc. But I'm not going to go in there because I'm more here to have a look at the other area, which is anything you can think of: bags, wallets, leather, shoes, stuff such as all your apparel, t-shirts. I haven't noticed much denim here, but we'll look into that in a subsequent other video. But I think what we'll do is we'll just run it. We'll just go in and you can take a quick look. We'll probably speed this up because a market's a market. At the end of the day, what we're here to discover is when you come away on vacation, you tend to pack for the inevitable, but I don't know where people think they're going. Ultimately, in my opinion, you should leave with a suitcase you should expect to come back, or leave with a bag, and then you could purchase your suitcases, your bags, and put all your everything that you need as and when you need it. Let's go down here. Crazy, look, just lines and lines of every conceivable goods. Now, bearing in mind, most of the stuff that you get back in the West is manufactured here in the East, whether it's in the thriving hub in Vietnam, or whether it's China, India, or subsequent other places. But stuff comes off the line, and then it's branded, licensed, sent to the company who's. It's difficult here. It's difficult in the world of apparel and fashion. And I hear some horrific stories about top-end brands, Gucci, Burberry, and the likes. Their disposal of their products, high-end products, is eye-watering. And I think the premise is, and don't quote me on this, but the premise is they, rather than burn it, they can write it off against tax. Okay, so it's a business loophole. When you're dealing with big brands, it's cost effective to buy in volume, but then it's stupidity. There's watches, look, every big brand you can think of, and they openly say, yeah, they're copies, but I mean, like I said at the beginning of the video, define a copy when the quality is of exceptional value. I don't know. Maybe they use synthetic leather in some products rather than real leather, but still push it out. It depends what your game is. Depends what you're into. But if you're one of these second tier type people that like to, and here nobody cares. You walk around with a branded bag. People don't care. They don't think you're wealthy. They just think you got a branded bag. Where back home, especially from the UK's point of view, you're walking about with branded stuff and you're frequenting places that you'd be expected to dress appropriately, then people gauge that image of you. Oh.
Cái đó phải
Excuse me,
lớn
sir,
hơn
can I
chú.
just squeeze past
Này
that?
phải lấy
Thank
lớn
you.
hơn.
There you got all these little nooks and crannies. There's some denim.
Long jean,
Oh, I
short
like denim. Yeah.
long jean,
No, that's
long
okay.
jean. See first.
No,
You
it's
see,
okay.
I
What's
say
today?
for you
I'm
go
going to
try.
come back tomorrow. I'm going to video today and then come back tomorrow and buy.
Hello.
Purchase. Hello.
T-shirt one.
I don't want this one. Denim. I'm not going to, it's not for me. I'm not going to load up my bags with this stuff. I'm wary of the fact that now when I'm traveling, I know that I don't need to take loads of stuff with me because I can just, grab myself some t-shirts, branded t-shirts, and anything for you, sir? Not for me today, sir. Tomorrow is my shopping day. I just need to make people aware of your amazing market. And then you got the shoes, jeans. There we go. So that's basically a brief tour of the marketplace, what you would expect. And for those of you who are kind of frequent travelers, here's a store for bags, all quality branded stuff. For those of you who are frequent travelers, will be very much aware of this, right? So in summary, the advice is when you pack, just pack to get out of wherever you're leaving, you know where you're going, and pack accordingly, because you don't need to take half the stuff with you. I mean, I see people packing huge things. Oh, I've got to take my shampoo, my conditioner, and I've got to take all my clothes, and I've got to, well, in one respect, let me just tackle this gossip licenses, but I certainly think that if you travel back with a few items, or you do some diligence and see what you can take back, then this is the place to really stock up on your clothing and probably your Christmas presents for the year as well. So anyway, just to highlight again the pathways, the bikes, a bit of a challenge, but you kind of accept it. And ultimately, it's just the second road as well. They will drive down here, so 360-degree awareness. Okay. Let's kick off today with harmony. Introduction. Harmony is the state of balance and alignment, whether within yourself, in relationships, or with the world around you. It's about creating a sense of peace and cohesion where everything works together smoothly. Let's explore how harmony can enhance your life and how to cultivate it daily. Theoretical definition. Core meaning. Harmony refers to agreement and concord between different elements. Psychological insight. Internal harmony fosters mental clarity and emotional stability. Social perspective. Harmony in relationships is achieved through understanding and cooperation. Musical analogy. Just as harmonious music blends notes, life harmony blends actions, thoughts, and emotions. Spiritual viewpoint. Harmony is often seen as a reflection of unity with a higher purpose or the universe. Practical application. Practice self-awareness. Recognize and align your values, actions, and emotions. Resolve conflicts. Approach disagreements with empathy and a willingness to compromise. Create balance. Allocate time and energy to work, relationships, and personal growth. Seek environments of peace. Surround yourself with people and spaces that foster calmness. Appreciate diversity. Embrace differences in perspectives as opportunities for growth. Actionable steps. Daily reflection. Spend 5 minutes each evening assessing whether your actions aligned with your values. Meditation practice. Incorporate mindfulness to create inner harmony. Harmony goals. Write down 3 ways to bring balance to your life each week. Collaborative communication. Foster harmonious relationships by actively listening and responding thoughtfully. Simplify life. Declutter your schedule and surroundings to create a peaceful atmosphere. Be aware. Avoiding conflict. Harmony doesn't mean avoiding necessary disagreements or tough decisions. Over-compromising. Don't sacrifice your own needs for the sake of harmony with others. Superficial peace.
Strive for genuine alignment, not just outward appearances of harmony. Unrealistic expectations, accept that perfect harmony is a journey, not a constant state. Neglecting self, true harmony begins within. Prioritize self-care and self-alignment. Conclusion, where do you feel most in harmony in your life, and where could you use more balance? Next, hope. Introduction. Hope is the belief in the possibility of a better future. It's a powerful motivator that gives strength in difficult times and inspires action toward positive outcomes. Let's dive into the essence of hope and how to keep it alive, even in challenging situations. Theoretical definition. Core meaning, hope is an optimistic attitude about the future or the success of an endeavor. Psychological insight, hope is linked to resilience and the ability to cope with adversity. Philosophical perspective. Hope is often seen as essential for human existence and progress. Spiritual lens. Many belief systems regard hope as a divine gift or a cornerstone of faith. Practical view. Hope fuels persistence, creativity, and problem solving. Practical application. Visualize success. Imagine the positive outcomes you're striving for. Set achievable goals. Break down aspirations into actionable steps. Find role models. Look to those who have overcome similar challenges for inspiration. Foster supportive relationships. Surround yourself with people who uplift and encourage you. Focus on possibilities. Shift your mindset from obstacles to opportunities. Actionable steps. Hope journal. Write about what you're hopeful for and why. Affirmations of hope. Create daily affirmations to reinforce your optimism. Daily progress. Take one small step each day toward a hopeful goal. Celebrate small wins. Recognize progress no matter how small. Share your hope. Encourage someone else by sharing your vision of a better future. Be aware. False hope. Stay grounded and realistic about what's achievable. Over-reliance on hope. Pair hope with action. It's not a substitute for effort. Hopelessness in setbacks. Remember that obstacles don't erase possibilities. Neglecting the present. Balance hope for the future with gratitude for the present. Misplaced hope. Ensure your hope aligns with values and meaningful goals. Conclusion. What's one thing you're hopeful for right now? Share it in the comments and let's inspire each other to keep hope alive and thriving. Finally for today, humility. Introduction. Humility is the quality of being humble, grounded, and open to learning. It's not about diminishing yourself, but rather recognizing your strengths and limitations with honesty. Let's explore how humility fosters growth, relationships, and wisdom. Theoretical definition. Core meaning. Humility is having a modest view of one's own importance. Psychological insight. Humility enhances self-awareness and interpersonal connections. Philosophical perspective. Many philosophies regard humility as a key virtue for wisdom. Social aspect. Humility fosters respect and collaboration in communities. Spiritual lens. Humility is often seen as a pathway to enlightenment and grace. Practical application. Acknowledge limits, accept what you don't know as an opportunity to learn. Appreciate others, recognize and celebrate others' strengths and achievements. Practice gratitude. Humility grows when you're grateful for what you have. Seek feedback. Be open to constructive criticism to grow and improve. Avoid boasting. Let your actions speak louder than your words. Actionable steps. Daily humility. Check. Reflect on moments when you acted with humility. Learn from others. Ask questions and listen to gain new perspectives. Serve others. Volunteer or help without expecting anything in return. Gratitude practice. Start and end your day by listing things you're thankful for. Pause before reacting. Take a moment to consider others' viewpoints before responding. Be aware. False humility. Be authentic. Humility doesn't mean hiding your achievements. self-doubt, avoid confusing humility with low self-esteem, overcompensating, balance humility with confidence in your abilities, neglecting self-worth. Humility shouldn't come at the expense of valuing yourself. Perceived weakness. Recognize that true humility is a strength, not a vulnerability. Conclusion. How has humility helped you in your life? What do you think about the words and terms we covered today? Share your experiences in the comments below so others can learn from your views. We would all love to hear them. Remember, all of this is progress, not perfection. I don't have all the answers, and neither do you, but collectively we all learn and grow together.
Okay, that's it for today, and I hope you learned something in Coffee Corner. And remember what I said at the beginning, your voice matters. You know, it's gone are the days now where we're relying on other people to make decisions. Your opinions count, and if you can just help and save one person, then so be it. All right, and it doesn't need to be complex or difficult, but everybody has a voice, everyone has a message, everyone has an opinion, but you've got to formulate some kind of plan in order to get it out there and be heard. I'm off for an egg coffee. I'm going to leave you with a couple of videos, and I'll speak to you in the next video. Okay, I'm going to leave you with a couple of videos up above this as I'm off for another egg coffee, and I'll speak to you in the next video.